having a day. I kid you not. I hate spiders. I can't do it. My whole body freezes up when I see one. Tell me why I was setting my camera up and there was a spider on my tripod and I was like, it was this close. It was this close to my hand. Anyway, it was a whole fiasco. Hey, welcome to another bookish video. This is going to be my mid-year freakout tag / mid-year wrap-up. So there's a handful of questions / prompts that I will be associating with books that I've read this year or books that I've bought this year or haven't bought this year. Yeah, you'll see if you haven't seen one of these videos. So kicking this off, I do want to give a little insight on my reading so far. So I've read 46 books so far this year, which is literally crazy for me. My goal was 70. Last year it was like 40 and I didn't even get to that, or I think I hit it exactly. I'm not too sure. Usually 50 books for me is really reaching for a yearly goal, but I'm already at 46 and I've just been knocking books out this year and I'm literally 14 books ahead of schedule. The most I've been ahead of schedule is 1 to 2, so I'm having a very good reading year. I might up my goal to 100 maybe, I don't know, but I'm not gonna do it on Goodreads. I'm just gonna keep my Goodreads goal 70 and we'll see how it goes. So getting started with the first little prompt / question is the best book that I've read in 2023. Guys, Fourth Wing. This deserves all the hype it gets. I have not felt this way about a book in so long. Also, this is going to be part of my June wrap up, so I don't want to talk too much about it, but you know when you just read a book and you just get the feeling that you want to be in the book, despite how dark it can be and how dangerous it can be, but you just want to be there. That's literally how I felt reading Fourth Wing. I have not wanted to be in a book world in a very long time, probably since Harry Potter, honestly, but this is doing it for me and it was just absolutely amazing. I'm so glad I love this and I'm so excited for the other books to come out because I just want to be in this world. This is my best read so far. Obviously I don't know if it's going to stay that way. I don't know. I have high hopes. So beautiful. Perfect. But if you want to hear more of my thoughts, that will be in my June wrap up when that gets posted next week or whenever the end of June is. I don't even know. Okay, next is the best sequel that I've read so far this year, and that one is The American... Oh, you can see my books. No peeking, guys. Can you see them now? Anyway, best sequel. This is technically, you can read it as a standalone, so I don't know if you can really consider it a sequel, but I am. This comes after The Spanish Love Deception. I absolutely love this book. I didn't really like The Spanish Love Deception, but this one just got me. But if you've read The Spanish Love Deception, this one is about Lena's best friend Rosie and Lena's cousin Lucas, who comes to New York, or he's in the United States from Spain, and he's staying at Lena's apartment because he doesn't really have a place to go right now because he doesn't want to be in Spain. And then Rosie doesn't have anywhere to go either because her apartment had a pipe burst, so she stays at Lena's apartment and then they're stuck there together. It's literally perfect, and I will be talking about this again for another prompt, so just wait for that. Alright, next is a new release that I haven't read yet but want to, and of course that has to be Happy Place by Emily Henry. I'm so excited to read this book. I think I'm going to make this my first book of July, so I'm going to get to it very soon. This is just very highly anticipated for me, and I've heard so many good things about this, and I've heard that this is also her best book, so I'm hoping that I just fall in love with this book, and I cannot wait to read it. And then the most anticipated release for the rest of the year, that do be in fact Things We Left Behind by Lucy Score. I am so ready for this book to come out. It comes out September 5th and I cannot wait for September 5th because there's also another book by Elena Armas that comes out September 5th and I really want that one. So that's gonna be a good day for me. Yeah, that is Lucian's and Sloane's book. I have wanted more of them since the first book. I just need it, and I need more of the Knock 'em Out just world, I guess. Those characters, that world, I literally love it. It's one of my favorite book series so far, and yeah, I literally cannot wait for this. And then the biggest surprise, I kind of took this as a way that a book that I wasn't expecting myself to like, but I actually did really like, and that one is If We Were Villains by ML Rio. This is also going to be my June wrap up because I just finished this last week, I think. This is very heavy on Shakespeare inspired stuff, and I'm not big on Shakespeare myself. I was afraid I wasn't going to like it and that it was going to be really hard for me to get through, but it was actually a really good book. It was very interesting and set up in a super creative way that I really enjoyed. When I bought this book, I didn't really know what it was about out. I didn't read the back of the book. Why I never do that, I don't know. I don't know if I'll ever learn my lesson. I'm glad that I ended up liking this. Yeah, I do recommend this book, but I'm going to talk more about this in my June wrap up also, so you can stick around for that if you want to hear me talk about that book a little more. So this one's like favorite new author that I've read this year that I haven't read before, or that is like a debut author, but I don't know if I've read any debut authors yet. I could be completely wrong. But new to me, I am doing Anna Huang, who wrote the Twisted series. Correct me if I'm saying that wrong. Yeah, she wrote this. I know she has another series out. I don't really know how many books she's written, but this is the first series I read by her, and I really enjoyed it. Besides the last book, I really enjoyed the other three. Yeah, I think her writing is just very easy to get through. It's very easy to read and fast-paced if you're just looking for like a book for enjoyment that you don't really have to think about, that you can read pretty fast. So I really did enjoy this series, and I want to read more of her books. Newest fictional crush, that is gonna have to be my boy Zayden from Fourth Wing, or my guy Lucas from the American Roommate Experiment, which I said I was gonna bring back up, and now I'm doing it, or Josh from Twisted Hate. I'll show you the books, just give a little more visual aspect, but Zayden from Fourth Wing, Josh from Twisted Hate, literally amazing guy, love him. Lucas from the American Roommate Experiment. I kid you not, I thought about this book for like a long time after I finished it, and it just still makes me smile. I love this book. So those be the boys this year. Next one is a book that made me cry. So this book I didn't really like it, but it did make me cry a lot because it's extremely sad. But it is Pack Up the Moon by Kristen Higgins. This is just a lot about death, and I'm not very good with that stuff. I'm a very emotional person, and especially when it comes to like reading and watching shows and movies, like things that don't even affect me, I just get so emotional. This book was just sad all the way through because it's about this couple, Josh and Lauren is not doing well. She's very sick, so she doesn't have much left. But I think this goes back and forth from like when she was still here and then when she wasn't. But I know she was writing letters to him before she passed, and then he's like opening them. But she is trying to keep him going by writing these letters and having him do different things that will keep him not necessarily happy, but just keep him moving and doing things so he's not totally like being drowned in his grief. It's ridiculously sad, and I was crying pretty much the whole time. So if you are like me and you don't want to cry during books, don't read this. But if you love crying during books, definitely read this. I don't mind crying during the books, but I don't know. Sometimes it's a little too much for me. I just need something with a happy ending, and I have to kind of space those types of books out over a few months because then it gets too much. Next is a book that made me happy. That is Things We Hide from the Light by Lucy Score. This is the second book in the Knock 'Em Out trilogy. Honestly, I don't even care what the story would have been about. Just the fact that it's part of the Knock 'Em Out series is what makes me happy. Because I love this city and these characters more than a lot of things, probably. This made me happy, just knowing that I was reading another book with its world. Okay, the next one is the most beautiful book that I've bought so far this year. I am a sucker for beautiful covers, and I just love looking at books with nice covers. So I have a lot picked out. I didn't want to just pick out one because I couldn't. First, I'm going to say the Chestnut Springs series. I don't have the fourth one yet. I think it just came out, but I haven't read any of these yet. I mean, I might as well just buy the fourth one because they are pretty. So I have Flawless, Heartless, and then Powerless, and then there's Reckless too. I think that one's like a pinkish color, but I love this one because my favorite color is blue. I just love the look of these. They're so pretty. And they're such a good size. They're like more narrow than regular books, and I love that. It's like Lucy Score's books. I just love them. And then we have the fine print. This is my favorite cover in the whole entire world. I've said this before. I couldn't really tell you why. I think it's just the colors, and I don't know. I just really like it, and it's the most beautiful book I've ever seen in my entire life. I have not read these books yet, but I love these. These covers are just so me, honestly. They're black and white. They got snakes on them. They're just sick. This is There Are No Saints and There Is No Devil, both by Sophie Lark. I've never read a book by her either, so I'm excited to get into these, but I don't know when I'm going to. If anyone's read these and thinks I should read them pretty soon, let me know. Oh, I haven't read this one either. This is One for My Enemy by Olivia Blake. I saw this in Target, and it's absolutely beautiful. It's like a pearly cover. I don't know if you can see it, but it's just pretty shiny, and it has a sword and roses. I literally have a tattoo like this, actually. Maybe that's why I like it so much. Lastly, I just finished this duology literally last night. So it is The Confidence of Wildflowers and The Resurrection of Wildflowers by Michaela Smeltzer. They're gorgeous, and I love them so much. I really like the font on these too. Yeah, what else can I say? If you want to know my thoughts on these, June wrap up, you already know. Okay, and then very lastly, what books do I need to read by the end of the year? I'm only going with, well, technically I'm going with more than one, but I'm going with one series, and that is ACOTAR. I know, I haven't read it yet, which is insane. I don't have an excuse for it, but it's happening this year. I'm gonna make it happen. I want to do a whole reading vlog of me reading this book, maybe not the whole series. I'm so afraid I'm gonna hate it because everybody just hypes this up so much. And that's why I put books off. If the majority of people love a book, I just feel like I also need to love the book. And if I don't, I might beat myself up a little bit for it. But I don't know, we'll see. Also, I know this cover is kind of like a little treasure. So, big flex that I have this. What? There's a Pokemon card in here. It's Totodile. I have to put this with my other Totodile Pokemon cards. Good thing I didn't get rid of this book and leave that card in there. Anyway, I do have like the newer covers of these with the like the brighter colors because I bought the box set. I will be reading those instead of this one because I know this one's like older and more rare. I will keep this one safe, don't worry. I don't know if I'm gonna wait till the fall time. I have no idea when I want to read this series. I'm just scared. Someone make me unscared. ACOTAR. ACOTAR series. I will be coming for you soon, eventually. Maybe. That's it for my mid-year book freak out tag wrap up. I don't know what it's called. I'll figure that out when I post the video. Yeah, those are all the questions. And I'm very happy with how this year is going so far with my reading. I'm excited to see where it goes. I already loved reading before, but something about this year, I've just been so motivated to read a lot more than I usually do. And I'm loving it. It's making me so happy. I guess I will be ending this video here. Thank you for watching. I will see you in my next video, whatever that may be. See ya!